Cool. So we were just talking about on the Khan Academy kids that rate or rate of change is really what word? What word does that mean for us? Slope. Okay. And when we see the word slope, slope is rise over run. You guys are going to get really, really better at just calling that out. Slope is rise over run. There, Lacey's listening. Let's see if Antonio's listening now. Slope is rise over run. Okay, it's rise over run, always. What letter represents slope? M. What is the slope formula? One that we need to know. You all just used it. I just watched you use it.
Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1.
Good. Cool. Good stuff. All right. And let's see. What else did we know about some things here? Let's see. We had maybe we had slope-intercept form. What is slope-intercept form? Good. Yeah, it's y equals mx plus b. Where the m represents my slope and the b is the y-intercept. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can write some things in slope-intercept form here. This will be a good review. This will be a good example review. Let's say that I give you the 2 points, about 4, -6, and 2. Sure, we can go 2, 4. If I want to write an equation for these 2 points in slope-intercept form, what do I need? Where should I start? I want to write it in slope-intercept form. Good, yeah. What do we call that thing? One word, starts with an S, ends with a lope. Slope. Okay, so we're going to start by finding the slope. We'll find our m by taking our y2 minus y1. So 4 minus -6 over x2 minus x1. 2 minus 4. What's 4 minus a -6? Antonio? 10. Positive 10. What's 2 minus 4? What's that, Jay? Close. 4 is bigger than 2, so -2. There you go. And 10 divided by -2 is -5. Thank you. Okay, so let's see where we're at right now. In slope-intercept form, I would have this y is equal to -5x plus b. Yeah, how do I find b? I can use y1 and what? What am I going to do with that y1, Nick? Plug it in for b? Ah, good. Yeah, so these numbers take the place of their corresponding parts in the equation. So -6 was my y value. So to find the b, I'm going to plug in -6. I still have the -5. And what takes the place of x? X1, which is 4. Okay, so we're just trying to find b here. What's -5 times 4? -20. How do I get b by itself? Add 20. What is -6 plus 20? 14. So there's the other number I need. So my slope-intercept form would read as what? Go ahead, Lacey.
Y equals -5x
Plus 14. Okay, cool. I like it. I like that. That was one that a lot of people seem to struggle with. We'll do some more word problems here later on today. But let's do one more example of intercepts. Okay, so let's say find the x-intercept. Just as a little bit of a refresher here, because we haven't done this in a minute. Find the x-intercept. And let's say that I give you this equation here. Maybe I give you y is equal to 1/3 x plus 4. Well, let's find the y-intercept as well. That's fine. We can do that. That'll be quick. An ampersand?
Oh, I did it.
Good. Proud of you. How do you find the y-intercept? How do you find the y-intercept? What form is this written in? It's in slope-intercept form already. So what's my intercept? Antonio? 4. Is that my x or my y-intercept? It's my y-intercept. So this 4 just tells me that my y-intercept is where? What is the point? Where is it? It's at 4, but is that my x or my y value? Y. So my x value is 0. Okay, that's the point of it. How would I find my x-intercept? Yeah, good. I'm going to plug in 0 for which one? Which one do you think? If I want to find the x value, should I plug in 0 for x? What do you think, Antonio? Yeah, I'm going to plug it in for y, okay? Remember, if I found the y-intercept, I plug in 0 for x. So to find the x-intercept, I need to plug in 0 for y. So where y is 0. So we'll say that I've got 0 is equal to 1/3 x plus 4. How do I solve for x? Good. Subtract 4. Zero minus 4 is -4, and 1/3 x. How do I get rid of that 1/3? Okay, I could divide by what? By 1/3. I could divide by 1/3. Dividing by 1/3 is the same as doing what? Multiply by, what is it? 3. Yeah. So really what this is saying is 1 times x divided by 3. So the opposite of dividing by 3 would be multiplying by 3. So let's just multiply by 3. That's really what we'd do anyway.
Oh,
What's 3 times negative 4? Negative 12. What would the point be here? Negative 12 and 0. Okay, a little bit of review on some intercepts there. It's been a while for us. That's a good thing. Let's do a little bit more on point slope form here. And then we'll let you try today's HRW. Let's see how you go with that.
actually with this, no, if I go to the bathroom.
All right, so let's flick here real quick. And this is some point slope form here. What is point slope form? What is the general form for point slope form?
Y minus y1 equals m.
M times the quantity,
Yeah.
x minus x1. M is what? And x1 and y1, where did those come from?
That's just 2 points.
It's just a point, right? Okay, so we are given m as our slope. And then, thought somebody just walked in. x1, comma, y1 is a point on the line. A point on the line. What does a point on the line mean? What does it mean to be on the line?
It's on X.
It just means that the line goes through that point. Okay, that's all it means. All right, let's see if we can write a couple in a couple different ways. Let's just do 2. Okay, let's work this way once. Identify the slope and x1, y1. See if we can do this. Y plus 4 equals negative 2/3 x plus 6. What is my slope here? Good. My slope is negative 2/3. What is my x1 and y1? Very close. What's missing here? What's different between what you see here and what we have here? It's supposed to be a minus, so how would we make a minus a positive? So it would be a negative 6. So this x value would be negative 6. And what would we say about that y value? It would be negative 4. And where that comes from is we would say that this is y minus negative 4 is equal to negative 2/3 x minus negative 6. Okay, and that shadow's getting super annoying. Okay, so we can identify the points there. Let's take this one step further, and then we'll do one more example and let you try some things. Okay, let's see if we can just convert this to slope-intercept form. If I want to get this to slope-intercept form, what do I need to get rid of? Good. How do I get rid of those parentheses? Eyebrows. Good. What is the actual name for that property? The distributive. Good. What's negative 2/3 times x? Negative 2/3 x. What's negative 2 times 6? Negative 12. What's negative 12 divided by 3? Negative 4.
Negative 12 over 4.
Yeah, but see, it's negative 12 over 3.
Oh.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I thought
We multiplied the negative 2 first and then divided by 3.
I just thought it was negative.
Well, 4. Yeah, it's all right. Good. How do I get y by itself? And subtract 4. Y is equal to negative 2/3 x. What's negative 4 minus 4 more? Minus 8. Okay. How do we feel about converting to slope-intercept form? Not crazy. Good deal. Okay. Let's do one more where we have to write it in slope-intercept form, just so we've covered all our bases, I think, today. And we'll be good. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's start with 2 points again. Let's do, how about this? Let's do 3 and negative 1. And let's go with 5 and negative 5. Write an equation in point slope form. And let's do it like this. Write all, or let's not write all, write both possible equations. In point slope. Write both possible equations in point slope form. What would be the first thing that I need to do? Good. That gives us what? Find the slope. First, we find the slope. So m is equal to negative 5 minus negative 1 over 5 minus 3. What's negative 5 minus negative 1? It's a good guess. It's also a good guess.
Oh, wait, it's negative 5.
What do you think, Antonio? It is negative 4. I knew that one was a tricky one.
I said 4 after. I just didn't realize.
Because it's negative 5 plus 1. Which means, and then 5 minus 3 is 2. Negative 4 divided by 2. Negative 2. So we've got our first part here. We've got negative 2. Now to write it in point slope form, there are two possible ways to write it. We can plug in our -2 and our x minus. Or we could also do it this way. I don't know why I wrote my y's differently, but I did. I'm going to change this one. I don't like the inconsistency. What are the two possible equations? What numbers could I put in there? Antonio A, can you give me one of these equations?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
Wait, so I think I have that. So the fraction up there, wouldn't that be like rise over run, the rise would be below y, right?
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is rise over run. You're right. But are you saying to plug that in here?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm gonna say no, you're not right. Okay. What do I need to do for point slope form? Yeah, the points. What goes in where? Goes in for y1, which is here. Then what goes here? The 3. Remember, the same points have to go together. So the x and y coordinate have to go together. Good. So this would be -5 and 5. And I'm just going to simplify them down just so we can get rid of the double negatives. Y plus 1 is equal to -2x minus 3, which is actually the same thing as y plus, not happy. Y plus 5, not equals, y plus 5 is equal to -2x minus 5. We'll let that dry and then I'll add in that plus 5. And we know that these equations actually simplify down to the same thing. Still wet. Okay, but that'll be a plus 5. These things are the same. Well, I was going to say we can stop them, but let's do it. Let's simplify them. These aren't hard to simplify. Let's start with this one while we're waiting for this to dry. How do I get rid of this -2? Distribute it. Y plus 1, I almost wrote an equal sign again, is -2x. What's -2 times -3? +6. How do I get rid of this plus 1? Subtract it. And we get y is equal to -2x plus 5. Well, let's go finish this one then. What do I do with this -2? I'll let you slow down here in just a second. So yeah, again, I'm distributing this -2, just like we did here. I'm going to distribute this -2. Y plus 5 is equal to -2x. What's -2 times -5? +10. And I wrote a 5. That was clever of me. +10. How do I get rid of that plus 5? Subtract 5. Again, we get y is equal to -2x, and 10 minus 5 is 5. So if we simplify them down, we still get the same thing. That's why this works. This is why point slope form works. They give us the same thing.